Alright, this is the Carnival Mardi Gras, and we are starting off our tour here on deck 6 with the Cloud9 spa area. And behind the staircase here is going to be your Mardi Gras theater, which is 3 stories on deck 6, 7, and 8. Headed back into the fitness center. A lot of people here in the morning. Most of my videos are taken in the morning, so there's not people all over the place. And as you can see, there's a bunch of ellipticals, treadmills, pretty much anything in your normal gym. And it's not very busy in the morning, but it does get busier throughout the day. A little bit earlier morning is probably the busiest part. But as you see, there's plenty of options here for anybody to use. You got some free weights, some machines to use, and it does have a great view out into the ocean as well. Here's all the ellipticals. There's probably 10 or 12 of them down this row, and your different machines to your right. And behind the glass over there is where you're going to find your treadmills that overlook out into the ocean, spin bikes. And we'll head over there in just a second to take a look. There you go. As you're at the corner, you got your rowers, recumbent bikes, upright bikes, and treadmills, along with some medicine balls, some more weights as well. We'll head back into the forward elevator area and stairwells. See, there's 8 elevators in the forward area.
I think so. This is deck 6.
Yep. I think it's still recording now for a sec. The light's still going.
My screen.
You'll see we do have the guaranteed best rates on all cruises. So give us a call if you're looking to plan a cruise on the Mardi Gras.
So,
Here we're headed into the Punchliner Comedy Club. This is where you'll find your comedians. They have both R-rated and during the day some PG-rated comedians that you can bring the whole family for. Most of their comedians are hilarious. This is something we try to do on pretty much every cruise. So make it a point to jump into the Punchliner Comedy Club. Some of the PG comedians will also be in the Limelight Lounge, which is back further onto the ship. We'll get there at a later point. And sometimes they'll have all the comedians at once go into the theater area. And as we get into the Grand Central area, we're going to be walking down this hallway and make it up to center stage. And that's basically where a lot of the stuff happens at night, your big production plays. Where you'll be boarding the ship is into this area as well on embarkation day. Neat little clock here on the ground.
I did, Aurora.
That's projected from above. And there's your Grand Central area with center stage to the left.
Look all around here.
And you see there's actually some windows behind those screens that they will open up when you're sailing. And they close them at night and they can put some really neat effects on. And we've been on the Celebration as well, which is pretty much the same thing. And the special effects they can put up onto those screens are really neat. Some acrobatics that come down from the ceiling, and plenty of seating again on decks 6, 7, and 8 in the Grand Central area.
I can't hear you.
And as we come up here, you see there's a bar right here, which is the center stage bar.
Because I don't think they should be picked.
What about that?
I don't think they should be picked.
But Doesn't matter, bro.
And in front of you is now Java Blue Cafe. And it's great on this ship because it is very large. And later into the morning that you get, you will accumulate a line there. But keep in mind, you can always order free room service for regular coffee, pastries, right into your cabin, no charge. Just remember to tip whoever brings it for you. You won't get a full breakfast, but it will be just something simple, pastries, coffee. You don't get the specialty coffees and stuff like you do at Java Blue, but it's something that you can sit out on your balcony with if you have a balcony cabin. As we look in here to the Piano Bar 88, nice little calmer setting that a lot of people flock to at night. And you see there's somebody over here shining it up, getting it ready for the night. Staff on this ship is very good with cleaning, a lot of people out there. And the ship's about 3 years old at this point and still in immaculate condition.
We're still on the 6th floor.
So we're headed back down into the Grand Central area to center stage. And where you're going to again see a staircase up to deck 7, which right above us is where the casino is. And Java Blue again. Now if you're into milkshakes, if you have the Cheers package, milkshakes are included here at Java Blue. You get regular milkshakes, spiked milkshakes with a little bit of liquor in it. Really nice spot to visit. My wife lives there, I think. It's the only reason she gets the Cheers package.
Candy store.
And now we're headed towards Cherry on Top. Cherry on Top is somewhere you got to keep the kids away from because they will go wild in this store. There's plenty of different candies. Pretty much anything. If you have a sweet tooth, this is where you want to be. And here's my daughter, very photogenic little girl. She likes to be in any pictures. She wants to be in the videos.
Talk about the open hours.
If you're taking a video, expect to see her in there. And moving along, we have a kiosk and an ATM. There's 3 ATMs on this ship. One on deck 6 here, one on deck 7 in the casino, and one on 8 by guest services.
At your school?
We are headed now into the French Quarter,
You up there looking up?
and this is the Brass Magnolia Bar. Very nice, elegant looking bar. I don't usually sit there, but there's, again, plenty of people there at night. The ship does have plenty of things to do, and there's never going to be a lack of something to do on the Mardi Gras. There's again a little bit about the French Quarter, and being the Mardi Gras, this is an Excel class ship that is themed to New Orleans. And again, here at Vacation Spot Travel, we do have the guaranteed best rates on all cruise lines, not just Carnival, but any cruise line. We hold rooms as soon as the sailing's put out. As the ship fills up, it will get more expensive. So we hold those rooms and pass it on to you at the best rates. We'll go a little bit through the Brass Magnolia here. Again, little upscale, luxurious little place, nice velvet coated seats. More of an intimate setting, not like one of the big bars or nightclubs on the ship. With a nice little view out at the water here as well. And if you're looking for ducks, you got kids, a lot of ducks are hidden in the Brass Magnolia. There's 2 vases up there at the entrance. Look in those vases, you're sure to find something there at some point. Now this is one of the restaurants, if you have a dining time early or late, you can be in the Flamingo restaurant. And also this is somewhere where some of your tours will meet. If you meet somewhere on the ship before you go out to your excursion, Some of them will meet in the
Nope.
in the Flamingo restaurant before you head off the ship. As we come up here on the right, the Fortune Teller Bar. This is exclusive to the Carnival Mardi Gras. Really neat drinks here, like the Crystal Ball. After they pour your drink in a martini glass, they put a ball with looked like smoke filled in it. You have to make a wish, pop that ball, and headed into the fun shops area. We'll be back to the Fortune Teller Bar. We have the Invicta store. Up here in front of us we have Hip Fish, which is beauty and fragrances on the right. We got some accessories and such on the Hip Fish on the left. Not somewhere I usually visit, but again, a lot of people go on these cruises and love the duty-free shopping. So make sure to check it out if you're on any cruise. Somewhere great for pictures is one of the two elegant staircases here. Has glass stairs and a lot of shiny reflections off the wall. And headed back into the French Quarter. Here's our Fortune Teller Bar again. And again, those drinks that are exclusive to the Fortune Teller Bar. Crystal Ball, Bog Juice. They have Golden Galaxy, which has real flecks of gold in it. If you're used to drinking that liquor back in the day with the real flakes of gold, you might enjoy this one. They also have an Abracadabra that changes color as they're pouring it. Emerald's Bistro, if you haven't eaten here before, it is on a few of the Carnival ships, inspired by Emerald Lagasse. Excellent place. Good breakfast items here as well. And really nice area of this ship with those big pillars that change colors. They change all through the day. And the other staircase I was talking about is behind us here, and this one goes up 2 floors rather than just the one like the other one does. Again, another good photo spot. You'll see a lot of people setting up for pictures here, and with the glass tiles on the back wall with beveled edges, it just makes a great spot for your photos. And then on our right here is Carnival Kitchen. If you like to cook, this is where they will hold some cooking classes. They'll teach you how they cook some of the things on the Carnival ships. It is an additional thing that you can do while you're on the cruise, but if you're into cooking, definitely give it a shot. Here we are now on deck 7 at the Mardi Gras Palm Restaurant, which you saw just at the end of deck 6 as well. This is a 2-level restaurant where you will have your time dining. It's basically when you can choose your own dining time, which is what we usually do because it gives you the flexibility of having, if you have a show that you want to go to at a certain time, especially if you have kids, you can still do that show and not miss your dining times, which anytime we travel with the kids, this is the type of dining that we do.
The conference room down there.
And it goes all the way to the back of the ship, so there's a nice view off the aft as well while you're sailing away. We do have a conference room down there. If you're here with a group, deck 6 down by below the restaurant is where you'll have your conference room. And coming up to one of my favorite places on the ship to eat, it is a specialty dining restaurant, but the food here is probably one of my favorites. We don't go to a lot of steakhouses and stuff when we're on land, but we do make it a priority to try to get into the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. And fortunately, we like to donate to the casino, so a lot of times we get a comp as well. And here is the second level of the staircase I showed you before, with the good spot for photo opportunities. And as we go into this level here, it's just a nice seating area. You can go get a drink from the Alchemy Bar. Even take your food up from Emerald's Bistro and just kind of sit up here. It's more of a relaxing setting. You don't have a lot of people travel through this area unless it's at night and people are at the bars. But they do have a lot of nice granite tabletops. The glass fencing there so you can see out, and again those color changing,
It's going real fast.
I don't know what you would call them,
But it's going
funnels,
real slow right now to
trees,
get into port.
but very nice setting here. And if you haven't had the Alchemy Bar drinks before,
Look at water.
definitely give it a shot. They are true mixologists. They can make you pretty much any drink you would like, unlike the Fortune Teller Bar only has what they have on the menu. The Alchemy Bar, you can tell them what you like and they'll make up a special drink for you. And as we travel again through the Alchemy Bar area, we are going to come up to the middle elevators. Behind us here is the mid elevator section and one of the entrances into Limelight Lounge, which again is where they hold some of the PG comedians. They'll have like Dr. Seuss parades that start from there. The Dr. Seuss trivia for the kids. And we'll get into that area later, but that's one end of the casino, which is a non-smoking area on that side. And most of the middle sections are going to be where your shops and such are.
The casino's right here. We just saw it.
To your right, it's one of the Carnival Fun shops. You're going to have, just some random things. Your clothing. They'll have Invicta watch stuff everywhere. If you need a toothbrush, that's where you're going to go to look for your standard supplies. And back out here to center stage area in Grand Central. A lot of times you can't find a seat down on that lower level for the shows unless you are there quite early. So you may be up here in what I call the grandstand seating, which we'll see up here to your left here in just a second. But you got your high tops with some chairs. You can sit right up at the glass if you'd like. There's your what I call the grandstand seating. You get a pretty good view from anywhere. If you're up on the 8th level, there are some areas that wrap around that you're not going to have the greatest view. So if you want to see one of the shows there, I suggest get there early. And again, casino through that way. As you see, it's a pretty large casino on this ship. So if you're a gambler, it is going to be a great ship for you. And behind us here we have the Grand View Bar, where you can overlook some of the shows. Really neat wall in the back with some nice tile work and some special effects. And then we travel back through here where a lot of us will donate to the Mardi Gras Casino. And as I stated just before, it is a pretty large casino. This is all smoking on this section. And you have a lot of your favorite games, the Dragon Links, the Lightning Links, the Wheel of Fortune games. You have one of my favorites, the Huff and Even More Puff down on the end.
It's not open right now. You can be in here.
Your table games, your poker. I believe the roulette and the craps are on the other side in the non-smoking area. And the favorite of a lot of travelers here. Coming up in this section here are the all aboard games, where you get that train that comes around and gives you a bunch of money. And the casino is closed at this time, so you won't see all of the games on. But again, that was the smoking section that we walked through. Now, on the Mardi Gras, the non-smoking section is a bit larger than the smoking section. And again, we're back at the forward elevators. And here is the non-smoking side of the casino, where you'll have the host desk, your bill breakers, your other ATM machine is over there on your right. And again, this ship has plenty of casino games. If you are a gambler, you will have no problem finding one of your favorite games on this ship. This is one of the Carnival ships that does still have a bar in the casino. So if you just want to sit at the bar, you don't get free drinks if you have a casino free drink offer while you're playing in the casino. You now have to actively be playing to be served your free drinks. But basically that side mimics the smoking side. And then as we travel along through here, you're going to see that there is more of the non-smoking side coming through here, which makes your non-smoking side a little bit bigger. And again, some more table games.
Poker.
And more slots here to our left. And this is the area where you're going to find your craps, which is going to be back here on the right side towards the windows. You can see the craps tables are back there. And your roulette as well is in this area. And there's our couple roulette tables in the Mardi Gras casino. And you see we're still going on this side, so the non-smoking area much larger on this ship. And you will have a few people that you'll see just kind of sit back in this room that we're headed into now. Which, if you like quiet in the casino, I know there might not be such a thing, but here looks over the Brass and Magnolia area on deck 6. Moving on to deck 8. Now you notice we didn't do decks 2, 3, 4, 5. They are either just staterooms, crew area. The only thing on deck 4 is going to be Camp Ocean for those infants and up to 11-year-olds. We just passed the Havana cabins and staterooms, exclusive for Havana guests. They have their own pools, spas out on the deck. And here is Shebang, one of our other favorite restaurants. It is a Chinese Mexican cuisine. So many things on the menu there that are excellent. You will have trouble finding just a few things to eat. Again, don't be afraid to get more than one appetizer. Up to 2 entrees, $8 additional charge for more than 2. The Havana Bar here, again, for Havana staterooms and suites, anybody can go in the Havana Bar, but if you go outside, you are not allowed unless you have one of those suites. Don't forget, call us. We have the guaranteed best rates on all cruise lines. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Norwegian, Viking, all of the major cruise lines. Give us a call, 980-224-2207. Headed back into Grand Central here, looking down on the Grand View Bar and the 8th deck of the main stage area. we passed just before the Dream Studio, which is where you can have a photo shoot set up. And then you've got your bonsai area. Here you got bonsai teppanyaki, bonsai sushi. If you're a sushi eater, decent sushi on the ship. Don't be afraid to give it a try. If you've got a birthday or something of the sort set up, bonsai teppanyaki. Cooking food right in front of you. Always a good time. The Effie shops on pretty much every Carnival ship. Get your watches. Again, duty free, tax free. That is where you want to shop for your best rates on watches. They will match or beat any other watch company, authorized dealer. So take a look while you're there if you're a watch person. Going through the Pixels gallery, which is where you will find all of your photos that they take for you around the ship. They're going to ask you for your room number. If you want to go view your photos, purchase them, go take a look in the Pixels gallery. That is where you'll find them. They also sell photo packages. You can get digital photos. You can have them printed. Talk to the Pixels gallery there. They will give you all the options. Looking back into those doors, that is an exit area of Cucina del Capitano, which is the Italian restaurants that you'll find on some of the Carnival ships. All of the Excel class ships have them. We have eaten there each time on the Excel class ships, the Celebration, the Mardi Gras, and the Jubilee. It is all complimentary for your first time in there. So give it a try. And this is the La Piazza area, where you're going to find the main entrance of Cucina del Capitano. And behind us here, if Java Blue is filled up in the morning, you want specialty coffee, Bar Della Rosa there on your left will have your espressos, cappuccinos, as well as bar items. Pizzeria del Capitano, open late. They say the best pizza at sea. I love the Quattro Formaggi 4-cheese pizza. They also have pepperoni. They've got some mushrooms. Give it a try. And also the deli, the Piazza Panini. So many good sandwiches at this deli. I eat there, sometimes more than the main dining room. We're now here at Rudy's Sea Grill. Haven't really been to Rudy's on this ship, but I've heard good things about it, so let me know what you think. Have you been to Rudy's? Carnival Adventures, where you can schedule some of your excursions. If you don't know what excursions are available, go visit the Carnival Adventures desk and they will help you set something up. Guest services area, you have an issue on board, you just need information, go to guest services, they'll help you out there. So we get into Pig and Anchor, we have another fun shop here on the left. The port side tobacco and liquor, or liquor and tobacco, one or the other. We're now here in Pig and Anchor. They make the best Bloody Marys. If you haven't had a Bloody Mary and you like them from Pig and Anchor, go for it. I highly suggest it. Here is Tribute Bar on the left with a Swirls ice cream, self-serve ice cream spot. And back here in Summer Landing, we have some foosball tables. This is where my kids like to go. We come back here pretty often. There's also a breakfast buffet here that's not packed like the Lido Marketplace can be. And back in this area here is where they hold a lot of their trivia events. You'll have somebody from the Fun Squad that's hosting trivia, all kinds of different trivia, animals, music. Basically, if there's a type of trivia out there, they'll have it at some point, many different times through the day. Outside here we have Guy's Pig and Anchor. This is the smokehouse part. If you haven't tried Guy's Pig and Anchor, it is pretty good brisket. Anything barbecue related you will find at the Pig and Anchor Smokehouse. going back around to, we just saw the lanai back in that area, back past Pig and Anchor. Usually not many people back there. If you want to just get away for a while, go check out the lanai. This is the patio area. It's on the aft of deck 8. They have a pool with an infinity edge, kind of goes right up to the glass on the back of the ship. There's some hot tubs on the side of this area up here. And again, this isn't one of the pools like up on 16 on Lido deck that gets packed. You will get some people back here, but a lot of people don't even get to this area. If you want to stay kid-free, it's a better place than Lido for sure. It's not like Serenity where kids aren't allowed, but you will find less kids down here at the aft on deck 8. And a couple of the whirlpools as well here on the side. And this bar you see in front of you here, it's not open all the time, but it's the watering hole. Again, a little spot where not as many people are. If you want to get just a relaxing time and not be around a party crowd, the watering hole is a decent spot, but again, when it's open. And in this area here during the day, they will put out cornhole boards. They'll have cornhole tournaments up here on the left on a couple days throughout your cruise. Now again, I usually do my videos in the morning when there's not people all over the place, so you can actually get a good idea of what's around. There you see the cornhole boards. There's a couple different sets of them they'll have up here. And check out the cornhole tournament if you like to throw some bags. Good little seating area because we are on the other side of the La Piazza area inside. Go grab your pizza. Go grab something from the deli. Come out here, sit and eat in a relaxing time instead of trying to find a table elsewhere. Plenty of tables here, and a lot of times don't have people sitting at them. So a little hidden gem on this ship, deck 8, between the watering hole and Bar Della Rosa on the outside. And this is the outdoor section of Bar Della Rosa. And as you move further into that area, you're going to have your smoking section on deck 8. Great bartenders here. Alright, now we're jumping up to deck 16, because just like the lower decks, decks 9 through 15 are all staterooms. No deck 13 on any ship. It is an unlucky number, just like hotels. You're not going to find any rooms or any deck 13. As you see back here, we have the pool area, a couple hot tubs that flank the pool area. Back here behind these, we have a quick look of Shaq's Big Chicken. We will get back to that a little bit later to go more in depth on the Shaq's Big Chicken area. If you look straight ahead of us, we have another Swirls self-serve ice cream area and the Tides pool bar. So if you're out hanging out at the pool here, that's the bar you're headed to. And as I just said, we're going back into Shaq's Big Chicken. Now they have breakfast here until 3 p.m. Their breakfast sandwiches are pretty good. If you're a late riser, they're still going to be serving breakfast at Shaq's. And if you haven't had the chicken, definitely want to try Shaq's Big Chicken. And now, as you'll see, we get into the Lido Marketplace. Now this place can get quite a few people in it as the morning goes on. And right now I believe it's only about 7 o'clock or so there's not going to be every buffet open. But as more people start waking up and getting into breakfast, they will open all of the buffets, and it can get quite crowded. So to beat the rush, get up there early or go back down on deck 8 and get the buffet at Pig and Anchor.
Good morning.
Now they have some other things here on the Lido Marketplace in the morning that you can't get down at the Summer Landing and Pig and Anchor. They have an omelet station. Afternoons they'll have gelato, they'll have a shawarma station. So some things you can't get down there, and My family likes to get the omelets, or we'll go do C-Day brunch on C-Days in the main dining room. And you can always get a bunch of different things down there that you can't get on the buffet. To the left here you see a self-serve beer station, which they don't have on every ship, but they will have on your Excel class ships, and starting to add on some of the other ships as well. As you see, it's only 7 o'clock in the morning or so, and there are some people up here, and this is considered not many people for the Lido Marketplace. Once the morning goes on, there will be pretty much every seat taken, and you may have trouble finding a seat. So we like to take our food, if we're ever in the main buffet, and take it elsewhere and go sit down. And getting into the middle here on the Lido deck where the main pool is, they do have life jackets if your child needs a life jacket. And a good spot to sit here. It's not always as packed either. As the day goes on, you will get some more people finding this area because they can't find any room in the Lido Marketplace. But again, nice little cozy spot to sit to get away from the hustle and bustle of the Lido deck pool. And getting in here to Street Eats, one of my favorite places to eat. They have Mad Sizzle, Steam Dream, and Time Fries. I can't get my kids away from Time Fries. They love pretty much every option they have. And Seafood Shack next to Street Eats, there is an additional cost seafood place. And you see a nice big screen for the Carnival Seaside Theater on the Excel class ships. And if you look there to the left, you get a quick glimpse of the Red Frog Tiki Bar, which is 2 stories high on the Excel class ships, and we'll see a better one there a little bit later. And Blue Iguana Cantina, great burritos, tacos, breakfast burritos. And don't forget, call us, best rates on any cruise line. Starting off here on deck 17, you see Guy's Burger Joint, one of my favorite spots to eat a lunch. After coming back from an excursion, go hit up Guy's. Great food there. And we've got Circle C, which is going to be your middle-aged kids, ages 12 to 14. And the Warehouse, which is the arcade on Carnival ships. Make sure you put a spending limit on your kids' sale and sign cards, because they will go through a lot of money here very quickly if you do not. We bring my kids here maybe once every cruise, because as soon as we get on this ship, we want to go to the arcade. We want to go to the arcade. It is at a pretty noticeable area on this ship, so check it out if your kids like the arcade. Give them some fun time in here if they've been good. Hopefully your kids are good and you get to try it out. But it is very attractive to kids. Lots of flashing lights. You can trade in your tickets for some winnings. Make sure you don't get something too big. If you're flying home, you're going to have to pay extra to bring that big bear home. There's one of your ticket exchange machines there on the left. And towards the right in the back is where you're going to find where you can trade your tickets in. Alright, we're now on the aft section of deck 17. Basically just a lounge area. If you go up to deck 18 here, you're going to be in the ultimate playground area, and we will get to that spot here a little bit later in the clip. But somewhere a lot of people come in the morning just to kind of hang out, maybe after taking a run on the jogging track just above. If it's a hot day, those vents to your right are nice fans. So stand there in front of those big fans and cool off a little bit. Alright, coming around the side here, we are coming up to Club O2. This is where your older children, ages 15 to 17, can go hang out. Make friends with some older kids. My older kids have gone on these cruises before. It's where they find other people to hang out with for the rest of the cruise. And up in the screen there again, you see we have the guaranteed best rates on all cruises, all cruise lines. Give us a call. Compare the rates if you want. We know we have the better rates. 980-224-2207. Coming around the corner here, we've got a better look at Guy's Burger Joint. Now again, this is a place right after an excursion. If you're coming to get a Guy's Burger, get there quickly. That line there will fill up, but you can customize your burgers. Don't be afraid to ask for a double, a triple. My wife loves the fries from here. They've got a toppings bar. You can put all kinds of extra stuff on your burger from that toppings bar as well. And again, self-serve water, juices in the morning. We have another Swirls ice cream, self-serve ice cream spot. And level 2 of the Red Frog Tiki Bar, which we got a quick glimpse of when we were on deck 16. But here's the upper section of the Red Frog Tiki Bar that overlooks down into the Lido pool area. And this ship was pretty good. Lots of lounging chairs. You might not be able to find a chair at all times down on deck 16 on Lido, but there's always another chair around here. If you're watching a movie during the day, at night on the Seaside Theater, on that big screen, check out one of these spots up here on these chairs on deck 17 or the beginning part of 18 for a nice view of the screen. Now this is still an area where anybody is allowed to go, but once you get further up here onto 18, it is the Serenity deck. If you're not traveling with kids, if you just want to get away from kids for a little bit. We love our kids, but we still get up here and hang out a little bit while they're at the kids camps. The Serenity deck is for 21 and over only. So now we are in the Serenity area. This is where you can find, there's another pool over here. There are whirlpools. You have the stairs, the entrance to Loft 19. Up that way, that is for suite guests or anybody who purchases a cabana up on Loft 19. Not everybody can go up there, so if you want to go up there, you have to either purchase one of the cabanas or be in a suite that allows you access. And this is, again, plenty of seating. There's seating all around the front of this area in the ship. You have your Fresh Creations bar. Here you can get salads. You can get basically healthier choices. You have a little sunken seating area overlooking the pool, and also your Serenity bar. This is another one of those bars. Get any type of drink that you want and come out here and hang out with the other adults on the cruise. They do have a neat little waterfall wall here in the Serenity pool area. And again, usually just a more relaxing spot to hang out or go have fun with the adults. It's not always relaxing. You might have some partying going on up here, but it is adults only. And by adults, it is 21 and over, not 18 and over. And again, here's a bunch of the seating area. You will never have a hard time finding seating in the Serenity area. I think there's almost more seating up here than on the Lido deck. And as you see, I'm always taking these videos in the morning before I go out and start having a good time on the ship or at the port of call that we're at. It can get windy up here when you're moving, so just be aware of that. Hold your hats if you're moving. And we see people up here constantly cleaning, and the decks are almost always wet during my videos. Again, because it is morning, they are doing the mopping of the floors, hosing them down and stuff like that, getting ready for the day. And we head back into the Serenity pool area with the sails on top. I didn't mention before, does give you some shade. You know, if you just want to hang out and sit around, you don't want to be in the sun the whole time, you will have some shady areas up here. Unlike if you were on Lido, you are out and open to the sun. And the other side is basically just the reverse image of the other side of the ship that we came down. Again, some more seating. Lots of seating. And coming back up, there will be another whirlpool up here. They were doing chlorine treatments when I was coming through, which is nice to see, because you know that they will be clean at least. And these new Excel class ships do have plenty of whirlpools and pool areas as well. I know some of the smaller class of ships, I've heard people say there's just not enough pools on them. So if you want a lot of pools, whirlpools, the Excel class ships may be right for you. And back into deck 18 here, looking over the Carnival Seaside Theater. We're going to go back down and up to the back section on deck 18 to show you the ultimate playground area. It's a good spot for the mornings if you want to come up, see the sunrise, get some good pictures coming into your ports in the morning. I like to be up for the sunrise every morning. Not everybody's a morning person, but you're on a cruise, it's vacation, you're not ever going to see a sunrise, sunset like you do on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, looking over nothing but water. And we've got more people cleaning. Something I do like about the Carnival ships is, in most cases, they are immaculate, very clean. Most cruise lines are that way, but for the amount of people on these ships, it's nice to see that they can keep it that way. And here we are up to the jogging track, and like I said, the ultimate playground area. We've got some pool tables. Might be tricky to play when you're moving. Foosball tables. Fortunately, the larger Excel class ships are pretty stable. It is unlike some smaller class of ships that you will feel some rocking. You feel little to nothing on these Excel class ships, as long as you're not in some huge swelling waters. And you see as we go around the front here, up those stairs are the ropes course. The ropes course on this ship is pretty neat. They have a little zip line off the edge. If you can see that yellow platform to the right up there, there is that whole outside area that is a zip line. Just jump off the platform and have fun. Ping pong. Gets windy up here. You want to have a real challenge? Go play some ping pong on a cruise ship. While it's moving especially, it'll be very challenging to say the least. You have your sports court. People playing basketball up here all the time. We actually saw the crew playing late at night one time. Played some soccer up here with some kids one day. And back towards the funnel here, towards Waterworks. And again, call us first. We will have the best rates on all cruises. Call us 980-224-2207. This is the station where you get onto Bolt. Now the entrance is on the other side of the deck here, but right up above you see is where Bolt, the first roller coaster at sea, starts. And the Carnival Mardi Gras was the first ship with the Bolt roller coaster. And now also the Carnival Celebration and Jubilee both have Bolt. Carnival Waterworks, again, you have young kids, this is where they're going to be. They have 3 water slides, they have a drop slide, which is what my kids look forward to the most on these ships, is the drop slide. They have a couple smaller slides here, those red ones to your left. I think you have to be 48 inches or 42 inches or under to ride them. They're for the younger kids. To the right, we've got your mini golf. And they have a hole-in-one contest up here a few days during this cruise. Again, very challenging because the balls are not regular golf balls. They are more of like a foam golf ball material, and the wind will take them a little bit, and when the ship's moving, again, straight putt's not always going to go in the hole. I think the one that we did on this cruise, there were 35 or 40 people. One person got the hole-in-one, and that was it. And back to this side of Carnival Waterworks, you see the splash pad area. You have your showers, and behind that glass there, the stairs that go up to the water slides. And as I was saying on the other side, here is where you go up the stairs to get on Bolt. There's what one of the cars looks like. Feel free to jump on that before you go up. Bolt is an additional cost. It is $15 per ride. You get 2 laps around. They also always have a special where you buy 2 and get the 3rd ride for free. So if you have a family of 3, it's perfect. Buy 2 and get the 3rd one free. You have to be between 52 inches and 6'5" to ride Bolt, with a maximum of 300 pounds. And you will see people up here in the morning power walking, jogging around this track. So be sure to stand clear. If there's other people on the track, don't block them. They do get pretty upset.